Welcome to Carolina Action News, your news source for the Carolina Conference. I'm Jacquie Pinder.
And I'm Jonathan Davidson. Our stories today involve a student who learns the value of Christian education. Also, a story about a prisoner of war hero who receives presidential honors for his service during World War II.
We'll meet another war veteran whose birthday falls on one of the most important days in World War II history. But first, let's view our action calendar.
It's a good idea. Now, camp meeting is just around the corner, so start making plans. I'm telling you the truth, you won't be disappointed with the lineup of speakers this year.
Events begin Memorial Day weekend and last all week in the beautiful mountains of North Carolina.
All right, so when is it again, Jackie?
It's May 24th through the 30th.
And where is it located?
Lake Junaluska Assembly in Waynesville, North Carolina. Come on, hit me with something hard.
All right, who are the main auditorium speakers?
Okay, that would be Mark Finley, Vice President of the General Conference.
That's one.
Michael Hazel, Professor of Southern Adventist University.
That's two.
Author and writer Ty Gibson, and Dennis Ross with the Southern Union.
You got it, you got it. Now, you know I'm going to quiz you later on it during the day.
Oh, I'll be ready.
Okay.
Believe me. To see our entire conference calendar events, visit www.carolinasda.org. Now, if you stop any Mount Pisgah Academy student on their way to class and ask them what they like about going there, you may get a variety of answers.
Maybe it's the friends or the extracurricular activities. But for one girl, Mount Pisgah Academy was the answer to her search for certainty.
Pisgah's a great place. I came here. This is my second year here. I love it so much. I can't wait for my senior year because there's a lot more to do then. I'm in a bunch of organizations like Acro Sports and AV Media. Pisgah for me is a really spiritual place. I never really went to church that much before I came here, and now I have so many opportunities to be in everything spiritual. We have Vespers every Friday night, and then on Saturday mornings we have Sabbath school together, all of us in the auditorium, and then church at the Pisgah Academy Church. It's really great.
What an incredible testimony.
Yes, it is.
You know, I wonder what kind of student you were in high school.
Now, that's a good question, but you know that I was the perfect model of educational learning.
Oh, I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Davidson were very proud.
You know it. Well, what about you?
Oh, me? No, too long to remember. Sorry, too long ago. Can you believe last year was my 10-year high school reunion?
Yeah.
Wow, thanks.
Just telling it like it is.
Anyway, moving on to our next story. What would you do if you received a letter and a photograph from the President of the United States?
Well, that's exactly what happened to Charles R. Baskin of Columbia, South Carolina.
Les Ralia, the chaplain for the Southern Union, presented Baskin with a letter of recognition for his courageous acts as a veteran and POW during World War II.
Also, former President George W. Bush said that Baskin contributed to the advancement of freedom in the 20th century and displayed the character and sense of purpose that makes our country great.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
In a related story, how many of you celebrate your birthday on a historic day like Christmas or America's birthday of independence?
Well, I know that on January 30, 1969, the Beatles were to perform their last public concert in London, but unfortunately, it got canceled.
Okay, let me guess. January 30th is your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay, but what does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
You said an important date.
No, actually, what I'm talking about is James W. Francis, or Jim as he's known, fought in the battle on the northern coast of France during World War II, which is also known as D-Day. That's the important date I was talking about.
Oh.
On June 6, 1944, instead of celebrating his birthday, he was dodging bullets from the rifles of snipers.
Did you know that he earned 11 medals, including 2 Purple Hearts? Truly, he is a hero among us in the Carolina Conference. James Francis attends the Waynesville Seventh-day Adventist Church and has been married to his wife, Ruth, for 63 years.
Wow, that is so sweet. You know, I wonder if that phrase, all's fair in love and war, I wonder if that's where that came from.
I don't know, but you know, it raises a question in my mind, and that is, I wonder how young men and women today feel about patriotism and selflessness in the line of duty compared to when Charles Baskin and James Francis served our country.
That's interesting, actually. You know, it was definitely a different time in our history. Maybe our viewers would like to share some of their thoughts on the subjects. If you would, just go to www.carolinasda.org.
And while you're there visiting our website, you can also find our verse for the day, which comes from Romans 8, verse 28. And it says this: "We know that God is able to bring something good out of every circumstance, as long as we trust Him and remain true to the purpose for which He called us."
I love that verse. Love it.
That's a great one.
Well, until next time, remember to help someone in need and never be afraid to admit you need help.
And keep coming back to our website to check up on Carolina Action News with Jonathan and Jackie.